Imagine losing your most valuable possession, a gift meant to bless the world, and realizing there is absolutely nothing you can do to get it back. Would you panic? Lose hope? Or would you just trust that there's a plan bigger than you can see? In today's lesson from Doctrine and Covenants, sections 10 and 11, we're diving into the moment Joseph Smith faced just that. And spoiler alert, the ending is way more comforting than you might think. Alright, here is the backstory. Joseph Smith, working tirelessly to translate the Book of Mormon, entrusted Martin Harris with 116 pages of the manuscript. Martin wanted to share them, but he didn't respect Joseph's warnings or the Lord's counsel fully. And you guessed it, the pages were lost. Now let's pause for just a second. Have you ever worked on something so important, maybe for weeks or even months, only to see it vanish in an instant? It feels like the ground has been pulled out from under you, right? Well, that's how Joseph must have felt. But here's what's incredible. Centuries before Joseph was even born, the Lord inspired Nephi to create a second record. Why? As Nephi put it, for a wise purpose in him. Joseph couldn't have foreseen the safety net, but our Father in heaven did. That's wisdom beyond human understanding. What blows my mind is the Lord's reassurance to Joseph in Doctrine and Covenants, section 10, verse 43. My wisdom is greater than the cunning of the devil. Satan thought he had a win. Those lost pages? They were part of his plan to sabotage the restoration. But Heavenly Father was 10 steps ahead with a backup record prepared thousands of years before this ever happened. Now, doesn't that give you hope? It reminds me that when things seem to go completely wrong in my life, Father in heaven already has a solution in place. He's just asking me to trust him. Okay, so let's talk about Hyrum Smith for a second. He was Joseph's older brother and just as eager to get involved in the restoration. In Doctrine and Covenants section 11, Hyram's desire to serve is met with a crucial lesson. First, obtain my word. Essentially, prepare yourself spiritually before rushing into action. It's like wanting to run a marathon without training. You might have all the passion, but if you skip the preparation, you're going to hit the wall fast. Heavenly Father's wisdom for Hyrum and for us is very clear. Prepare first, and I'll make you ready. Now, take a moment to think about where you're being asked to prepare for something in your own life. Maybe it's studying the scriptures more intentionally, praying more consistently, or even just being still and listening. I'd like to end with a story. So, not long ago, I was feeling absolutely overwhelmed, trying to prepare a lesson for my Sunday school class, and I was just all over the place with my thoughts. Not quite sure where I wanted to take the lesson. I prayed again for guidance, and nothing. Then a few hours later, it all just came to me. I grabbed a piece of paper and pen and started writing furiously the thoughts that came to my mind. My hand could hardly write fast enough as the thoughts of what to do for my lesson came like a flood to my mind. It was one of those moments where I realized Heavenly Father has been laying the groundwork this entire time. And suddenly, everything changed. His wisdom showed up right when I needed it most. You have those moments too. Maybe you don't see them now, but when you reflect, you'll find evidence of Heavenly Father's foresight and care all over your life. He is always 10 steps ahead, just like with the lost pages. Now, here's my challenge for you this week. Pay attention to those coincidences. Write them down, share them, and remember, when life throws you a curveball, you can trust God's wisdom to carry you through.